The UK is home to so many different unique roller coasters, all of varying thrill levels, speed levels, and most importantly, height levels, where in our entire country, we only have 3 roller coasters over 200 feet tall, and even a theme park that can't build above the trees because otherwise the locals get really angry. But with the UK having such small roller coasters compared to elsewhere in the world, what if instead of making those bigger roller coasters that we really want to see, we made them even smaller and downscaled the likes of Saw the Ride, the big one, and even my favourite roller coaster, Rita, into tiny little kids coasters. This is going to be extremely stupid, so be sure you watch till the end and be sure to subscribe to the channel too if you haven't already. This will be the final video in the small UK coasters mini series, no pun intended, but if you do want to see more stupid challenges like this in the future, then leave a like. Many thanks. So then, once again, we have the wheel that we will of course spin, because that's what you do with a mystery wheel. And whatever that wheel lands on, we will have to build in Planet Coaster 2 as an extremely downscaled version of what it's actually like in real life. We're going to see what we get. Let's spam the mouse again. And here we go. What's it going to land on? Please give us a good one. Oh dear. Odyssey, the huge Vekoma SLC. Which, fun fact, is probably one of the most expensive roller coasters ever built in the UK, and it's about to become one of the smallest. And here we go. If we spin round, we're not using this lift hill of this huge Vekoma SLC. That one is like 500 foot tall. We're going to go up the lift hill right here. I'm actually looking at a POV because I can't remember what this coaster does. And now we've crested the top of the 64-foot lift hill. We're going to come towards the ground and then head into a vertical loop. I'm going to see what the pre-built ones look like. It just looks like I'm building a little mini model to put in my house. Now, following that, there is actually a Cobra roll on this ride, but I've just tried to downscale that, and it ends up the smallest size being above the lift hill's height. That is how small we're going with this. After that extremely janky Cobra roll, oh my god, that is awful. With the epic leg chopper right there, it heads up into some form of a turnaround, which looks really tight and uncomfortable, much like the rest of any Vekoma SLC ever. And then we head up into another half loop, and then I believe we actually go through the Cobra roll. Yes, we do. Wow. I realised me just looking here looks like I'm watching nothing. And then it appears we have another inversion right here. Very nice stuff, although that looks extremely janky as well. I think that might hurt. And there we go. That is the entire ride, where it seems like the brake run is actually longer than the entire ride duration. We've got it the same colours as it is in real life, and I would go over and smooth certain parts of it, but because this is a Vekoma SLC, we want that true experience of those rides to be there, so I'm not clicking the smooth button at all with this one. Let's have a ride on it. How far back can we actually go on this train? It's a 3-car train. Back row, 3rd car. Might be the most intense coaster I've ever seen in my life. Up the lift hill and down into the drop. Oh. Vertical loop. Okay, we made that one nice. Oh, that was very close. Oh, ow. Okay. It's giving Odyssey vibes. We go into that turn. Through the Cobra roll. Lovely there. Down. I don't know why that was still banked. Oh my god, the profiling. I want to go any slower. I actually got the layout pretty spot on for how small that was. And I think the smoothness of it was even more spot on. Just look at that through the Cobra roll. Wow, incredible. My Christ, let's move on. Back on the wheel. What are we going to get? And I'm spinning, and now I'm going to let go. Let go. What's going to happen? What are we going to get? Oh, my 2 favourite UK roller coasters in a row. This is going to be a fun one to make. I love Rita so much, and now being able to build this even smaller I think it might be even better. We'll make the station really short. We're going to have a 3-row train this time on 2 cars. God, these coasters are getting even smaller. And we're going to launch off to about 60 miles an hour, like it does in real life. Launch down the track and then turn right. That is how long the launch track is going to be. What a ride this is about to be. Genuinely, I don't know how much there was to say with that, because I didn't say anything, but I think I might have just broken the world record for the fastest recreation ever made. Guinness, get me in the books. And as I smooth over, yeah, this is literally just Rita's layout, but small. That's the whole point of this video. And there we go. Perfect stuff. I love to see that. I'm going to click test on this now. I actually did set the launch to 60 miles an hour, didn't I? So I hope it doesn't go too fast. Let's see what it does before we hop on for a POV. Okay, the brakes barely worked at the end. Hold on tight. You must escape. Go, go, go. Off we go. Oh, look at that. Over the airtime hill. Round once again. Over the other airtime hill. Nice little turn. Oh, mind your head again. Into the brakes. And then round that final corner. Back into the station. You know what? Why have these actually turned out really well so far? If you looked at that, you would say it's Rita. If you looked at this, you'd say it's Odyssey. If you looked at this, it looks like a spaghetti bowl. But I think those have gone down well, and they usually say third time lucky. Or third time really rough. It's time to build Saw the Ride, the Gerstlauer Eurofighter at Thorpe Park. If I can, there you are. Haha, you can't escape me. And obviously the thing about Saw is it does have that indoor section at the start, which is already quite a downscaled sized section. So it is literally going to be minuscule in this. So if I place the station down like so, and then we make the station small. Never mind, we can't make the station smaller. And we go into our first inversion, which I'm actually going to profile using this track and then change it to the other track. This is the bit where you go over the man on the floor that's going, "Whoa, whoa, whoa!" And just before we go into the lift, let's get a nice little test on this section. You've got the Billy puppet. And then we drop down that vertical drop. Oh, that looked, yeah, that was painful. Then we go into the barrel roll. Nice and slow. And then out into the open where the lift hill is going to be. So this is the one thing about making everything really small. I've just put the lift hill in and looks like we're going to have a bit of a collision here. And then we head into our first inversion coming up now. Feet through the air. And then this is going to be the worst inversion on the ride because we only have minimal space to do it. And yeah, I thought this would be an issue, but I've somehow made it work. Oh my god. I mean, this section here is literally so bad. It says track limits exceeded when I tried to smooth it. This is going to be horrendous. And I'm so down to test this before I've even seen if it can make it. Here we go. Down that first drop. How's this going to be? Way! Oh my, we went through the track. How does that even work? Down into that first barrel roll. Wow. Oh, ow. Oh no. And we head into the little mini brake runs. Somehow drifting off the track. That was such a tight turn. And then we go up the lift hill. Oh no. This is going to be bad. Down the drop. Oh. Okay. Not too bad. Nice. Airtime hill coming up. How's this? Hey, nice bit of pop of airtime. Yeah, can't speak English. Hopefully, yep, I made sure that brake run does nothing. Oh no. Bro, we glitched through the track like 5 times on that thing. I want to see the train go through this. Is it coming? Here we go. I've seen backyard coasters be smoother than that. Let's move on to the next one. And I'm already spinning the wheel. No suspense here. Here we go. I'm just going to let go. I've let go. What's it going to be? We got the Wave, the stand-up roller coaster at Drayton Manor. Stand-up roller coaster? If I travel back in time, the prior stand-up coaster, now sit-down coaster. And to be fair, just for the nostalgia, I'm actually going to build this as a stand-up coaster. So here we go. We've got the station. We have that massive brake run at the start of the ride, which then drops down into the lift hill, which will probably take to about here, maybe? Yeah, that looks about right. And then into our first inversion on the ride. Where are we? A loop. Oh, no, that's a 360 loop. What we want? Wide vertical loop. Wide vertical loop. Clothoid loop. Finish loop. Oh my god. I don't know if it'll make that, but I'm going to leave it for now. Because it might. And then we head into that insane zero-G roll that absolutely whips you out of your seat if you are on the left-hand side of the train. A long bit of straight track there, which shouldn't be that close to the ground, but it is for some reason. And then we head round through the actual corkscrews, and we head back to that station on, once again, a long piece of straight track. We'll leave it at that. It basically looks the exact same. And yeah, we've got the two corkscrews, which for a 5-second build, I don't think that's actually that bad. The zero-G roll, the vertical loop. It might not even make it over that loop at the start. Let's test this thing. Down the drop, up that vertical loop. Very slowly, only just makes it before heading into the zero-G roll. That was so whippy, what the hell. Into the corkscrews. Look at that. So smooth. We are standing up, by the way. And we head into my favourite part of the ride, the brake run, which I had to make do that. They decided to put so much effort into making the start of the ride have this long bit of straight track instead of putting the station there and then having the brake run a lot longer so it doesn't literally have to go. That was quite a fun one, I feel. I mean, obviously it's moving a little bit slowly and it went through the layout a little bit slow, but the Wave worked quite well. Time to say goodbye to this one and move on to our final coaster, where we do have some big hitters still left on the wheel, and I genuinely don't know which one I want. Probably not the big one, but we've had a pretty successful run, so hopefully it's something we can make pretty well. As I spam my mouse one more time. And we get Nemesis. That is actually a really good one to end off on. I didn't actually expect to get that. It was battling between the Nemesis Inferno and Nemesises, and we're going to build it. This is actually our first invert out of all of this. We had a flying coaster and, oh, technically we had Odyssey, but this is our first good invert, and my god, do I not need a POV for this one. I've been on this coaster way too many times. If I needed a POV, I'd be incredibly sad with myself. So we start by going up the lift hill, as you can see, and we don't really want to go too high up because, well, it's going to go under the ground on this one. So if we go to about there and then come down from that lift hill and turn it around into the first corner, and we head into that first inversion, the corkscrew right there. I know my profiling's not the best when I'm trying to build them super small, but I'm trying my best with what I've got. As we head around that helix, and then we're going to head into the zero-G roll over. It was supposed to go over the station, wasn't it? I don't know. Nice little turnaround before heading all the way down into the pits and doing that vertical loop. And then this is in the complete wrong place compared to the station, but I don't care. We head into the last inversion on the ride, which has that bus right next to it. And then we go along here. And then straight track, curving up to the brake run. Oh my god, I am so off with this. Change the position of the station, and then we have that final turnaround right at the end where hopefully it's going to go Let me just go and smooth it all out. And there we go. There is Nemesis Re-Small. As you can see, you've got the corkscrew at the start, that helix, the zero-G roll, which is actually a zero-G roll, world's first interlocking with a vertical loop. The turnaround there, that vertical loop, of course. And then we head down into the pits once again, round into that turnaround. Little barrel roll at the end, or corkscrew, whatever you want to call it. And then the turnaround to finish off. Why does this bit actually look just normal size? What happened to the rest of it? And I didn't want to put loads of effort in intricately detailing the track with all those veins, so this will have to do. There's my Nemesis veins, and there is half a Nemesis train which we're going to be running on this ride. So let's hop on for a POV. I'm actually excited to see this. And as we head around the corner and up the lift hill, damn, what a view. Just lift, and off we go. As you can see, the veins above. Please be somewhat good. Down the drop. Way through the corkscrew. Not bad, to be fair. The helix, how's this going to be? Very intense. Wow. The zero-G roll. My God. Ah! Through the turnaround. God, how slow does it want to go? Is it even going to make it over this loop? No! Here we go. This should make it now. Whoa, look at that. Through the zero-G roll, quite literally. In the turnaround. That bit really makes you feel like your feet are going to crack against a rock. Oh, a nice corkscrew there. And then the turnaround. Into the brake run. You know what? It does the job. I genuinely think I've kind of done quite well. That was weirdly good for how tiny this is. And so have all of these, to be fair, if I do toot my own horn. What a day to make some recreations. If you do want to see more challenges like this in the future, then do be sure to leave a like. Leave your ideas in the comments below. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you soon for more stupid Planet Coaster 2 stuff. Bye!